Parting of the snakes is a defense against a two-man attack. The word parting suggests the manner in which we will push the opponents away towards 12 and 6, and the word snakes suggests the way that the opponents have encircled us, and so you have parting of the snakes. Let's take a look. So what happened there? Well, I have an opponent from behind here at 6 o'clock pushing me into an opponent at 12 o'clock. And as I receive that push, naturally I'm going to want to catch myself. So we'll go ahead and use a close kneel. And the opponent at 6 is actually helping me generate momentum, or what we in Kenpo would call backup mass. So I'm going to capitalize on that, and I'm going to execute a vertical punch to the nose of opponent number 1 here at 12 o'clock. At the same time, I'm going to use a outward knife hand block to block or prevent any sort of strike he would execute. So let's see what that would look like here with Gregory on the other side. So he may be preparing to grab me or punch me, whatever it is. I'm eating the push and striking. Go ahead and put your hands up like you're about ready to attack me here. So I'm trying to get on the inside of that. At the same time, I have all my momentum. And as you saw in the demonstration with the board break, I really want to aim through the target. I'm not just striking the surface. Right? Thank you. So when you're executing this lunge punch, I want you to think about keeping your elbow out at a 45-degree angle relative to your rib cage upon impact here. So something like this. If I do that towards you, you've got your knife hand block and vertical punch, as opposed to keeping your elbow close to your rib cage. Allowing your elbow to come out is going to be a safer position for your arm to travel regarding your shoulder, so you won't experience shoulder impingement. You'll get more pectoral involvement, so your punch should feel more powerful, and your wrist will be very safe here. It's bent in this way, but that of course aligns your punch here for the target, and it's safer than if you were to fire a horizontal punch or a 45-degree punch where you're trying hard to keep your wrist perfectly straight, because upon impact, if there's any sort of wiggle, that could result in a sprained wrist. But here, when I'm striking the target, if there's any sort of wiggle, it's in either direction. It's in a safe position here. It's actually not going to hurt. From there, you saw me look over my shoulder and execute a back kick into a front crossover, and it was a front kick, jump, front kick. You can move out of the way for these. So to conserve my momentum, it'll look like this. And then you saw me finish with a jump side kick. It could be a jump side kick, it could be a replacement or shuffle side kick. It really could be any kick of your choosing from the belt requirements. If you wanted to get fancy, it could be a flying side kick or even a jump spin back kick. So you can have fun with that final kick. So, as I mentioned in the introduction, really the principle here is pushing the opponents away. Ideally, you may want to try to corral them or escape their encirclement of you, but sometimes that's not an option. And even if you manage to do it for a moment, as soon as you get bogged down with one, the other will have made his way behind you. So it's good to have these tools for when there is no real escape. So there you have it for parting of the snakes.